What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and I'm back with a weekly trophy talk in asterisks for the weekly part. For the week of March 10th, 2024, and I have to say that the last week, or weeks, I should say, they've been quite eventful. I feel like I've been getting a decent amount of stuff done, and I've been doing a decent amount, but not really as much as I wanted to. But with all of that being said, we can get right into the games that I have been playing. So in the last video, I had Platinum the Crew Motorfest, so nothing to talk about there because we had finished that. So the first game we have up is F1 2014. So as of my last video, I was doing F1 2013 and F1 2014 because those are the two F1 games that are being shut down. And I believe they're being shut down at the end of this month. I did end up getting all of the online trophies and co-op trophies for that, so that is good. I do want to note something because somebody did comment it in the last video. So F1 2011 through 2014 are all going down, basically the ones on the PS3. Now, 2010 wasn't a part of that. I haven't started 2010. I didn't really want to start 2010 because it wasn't on the list. So if it makes it past the server shutdown date, then maybe I'll end up going for it. But I didn't want to, stress myself out going for 2010, especially when I was doing Gran Turismo Sport. So those ones are going down. The other game that's also going down, which I do have completed, is F1. I think it's called Race Stars. F1 Race Stars. This game is also being delisted. It's a F1 karting game. It's actually a fun little game. I played this back in 2017, did all the online and all the online for the DLC and everything. So I did do this game, but yes, those games are going down at the end of March. That reminds me, still Birkin. Nice. Okay. But yes, I was doing F1 2014. Very not too bad of a boost, I would say. It was pretty manageable. But whoa, hold on. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but let me close that. Yeah, pretty manageable boost. Not too bad between 2013 and 2014, but I did get both of those done. Again, I will try to tackle 2010 if it ends up not actually going down at some point, but I do have another Codemasters game that I do want to focus on the PlayStation 3 before going into 2010. So that being Grid Autosport, which I do need to get back to. So yeah, that's F1 2010. Then up next we have Far Cry 4. Where is this coming from, Snickel? Why are we doing Far Cry 4? Well, they actually fixed Far Cry 4 on the PlayStation 3, and I believe it was also busted on the PlayStation 4. They did fix it so that you can do the few trophies at the bottom, which are related to the Battles of Karat. I think that's how you pronounce it. Karat. Whatever. They fixed the online mode. So basically you can go in there and you can get Renaissance Man and Community Surprise. And then also while you're doing it, you might as well get Changing Lanes as well and Brother in Arms, which are two co-op trophies. So that actually gets Far Cry 4 multiplayer, done for me on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4. I would love to tackle this franchise at some point. So if you guys don't know, I've really done all of the online for the Far Cry games. Now, I don't know about for Far Cry, 5 and 6. I've not really looked into them, or like New Dawn. I don't think any of those have online, but I've done the online for like the hard games, and mainly that being Far Cry 2. But I have done the online for Far Cry 3. I've done the online for both versions of Far Cry 4. And obviously, like I said, I've done Far Cry 2. I made a video on that, but that went down. Rest in peace. I would love to platinum and 100% this entire series. It's completely doable now, but with me wanting to do so many series, I need to figure out a way to kind of, push this in, especially since Far Cry 6, which I just realized now has 100 trophies. That's actually fucking insane. And when I say platinum and 100%, it's like the entire franchise, every stack of the game. So similar to what I want to do for Assassin's Creed, similar to what I want to do for Need for Speed, similar to what I want to do for Hitman, Star Wars games, any of them, I would like to platinum and 100% every single game in the franchise. Star Wars, I take that back because I don't know about Super Star Wars. Okay, I don't know about that, but all the other games, yes, I want to do. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order multiple times. I want to do all of the stacks. I feel that way about a few franchises, and Far Cry is definitely one of those. I was a little bummed out when Far Cry 4 ended up like not or becoming unobtainable, I was like, geez, man, that's unfortunate because I kind of wanted to do that. So now I still can. That's great. But if you guys haven't already, definitely hop on the Far Cry 4 train to get those 2 trophies. And then talking about series, we got a game to talk about here. This game literally came out of nowhere, kind of. I'll say kind of, and I'll explain why. But another game where I want to do every single game in the series, which is completely doable for me personally, which I'll show you real quick, is Grand Theft Auto. I've done Grand Theft Auto 4 multiplayer, which is still obtainable, but is a bitch. I've done Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 3, and I've got that 100%. And right now, I'm currently working on Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4 to get that 100%. I would love to get Grand Theft Auto 5 done before Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. I would love to, I would love to get the stacks done as well, but I know that that's not going to happen. But yeah, I can't believe I'm back into this game. But anyway, why is this kind of out of left field? So why it's kind of out of left field is a little while ago, we, being a few people, started to coordinate trying to do the last DLC here of the Doomsday Heist. So that started a year ago, maybe more, maybe 4 years ago. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, nothing really came to fruition. There was always talks about it. There was always, oh, well, we'll get around to it. We'll get around to it. So we started working on it, and, well, let me take a step back. We never actually started working on it when we started talking about it. What ended up happening was we kept talking about it. We never actually scheduled a date. People were always busy, stuff like that. Anyway, getting into a few months ago, at the end of January, so I guess not really a few months ago, there was discussions about how the Rockstar editor mode was going to go down, or it was going to be unobtainable or something on the PlayStation 4. Now, I don't think that that's necessarily true. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that that's necessarily true. Part of the Rockstar editor mode is you basically have to play as every single unlockable character, and to play as every single unlockable character, you essentially have to play through the main story, the entire main story. Not all of it, but you need to play through like a majority of it, and you have to do a majority of the strangers and freaks. So you basically have to play a majority of the main content in the game. Not a lot of really the side content that's related to like the 100% and all that stuff, but a majority of the main content. So with the Rockstar editor going down, I was like, fuck it, man. We're going to just go right in, and I'm going to work through this single player. We'll blast through the single player. I'll do the Rockstar editor, and then I'll come back and start cleaning up all the random trophies. And then hopefully by the time I clean those up, we'll work through the Doomsday Heist. Because at the same time that the Rockstar editor news came out, we kind of came back together and we're like, let's get back on this Doomsday stuff. It would be great to get done before Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. It would be great to just get done in general. So let's start working through it. Let's get this done. So anyway, long story short, we were, working on this and working on this. So I'll talk about them separately. So I blew through the main story of Grand Theft Auto 5. I then did the collectibles that I needed to do for the Rockstar editor, that being the peyote plants in order to get cryptozoologist. And then I also got all the other random trophies like cult movie, visiting all locations, basically everything in the Rockstar editor. I played through the main story and then got all those trophies right away. Put guides out on those over on Trophy Hunters Gaming. So if you want to go check any of those out, would appreciate it. I'm also currently working on guides for Grand Theft Auto, just the base game. I think I only have one more trophy guide to put out and maybe some random ones. I'm not 100% sure. I got to look at the 100% completion. But yeah, the only trophy I have right now that I need to make guides for, which I'm currently working on, is Close Shave, which is to do all the Under the Bridge and Knife Flight challenges. So I blew through the main story. I did what I needed to do for the DLC, got the Rockstar editor trophies, and then started working through the random things in the main game, all of the collectibles, all of the strangers and freaks, all the random trophies. Started working through all those. Again, I have guides out for all of them except the Close Shave. So my goal right now is to get this Close Shave trophy either today or at the end of this week, then possibly work through, get the 100% completion, and then I'm going to save Solid Gold Baby, which is the 70 gold medals. I'm going to save that for last, but I'm saving that until we get done the DLC. So with that being said, let's hop down to the DLC. For the main game, I'm basically done. I probably have another 5 to 10 hours in the main game and I'll be done. So I don't have that much more to do. I'm happy with that. So that's that. Let's get into the Doomsday Heist now. So I personally have never completed the Doomsday Heist. That's not really surprising because I was planning on doing it with people. So what we did first was we worked through and basically played the Doomsday Heist. Now, what we did was we were working for or towards the Elitist trophy. So there's two trophies in this DLC that are really, really difficult. That being, well, I shouldn't say difficult, but they take a lot of coordination. That being Elitist, which is to complete all 3 elite challenges in the Doomsday Heist, and then Masterminds, which is to complete all 3 criminal mastermind challenges in the Doomsday Heist. So let's talk about Elitist first. So what you need to do for Elitist is you need to complete the challenges of the Doomsday Heist, the elite challenges. Now, these elite challenges only account for the finale of each of the heists. There's 3 heists in total. You need to complete the elite challenges for all 3 of them. They're really not that difficult. If you look at it, there's like the first one is you need to beat it by a certain time, get a certain amount of kills, no one dies, no fast travel. Second one, certain amount of time, less than 5% damage on the thing. And then no one dies and no fast travel, I think. And then the last one is you need to get so many headshots, so much time, nobody dies, no fast travel, something like that. So really the big things are you need to focus on beating the time, and then there's usually like one random challenge. You can't die in any of them, but there's usually like one random challenge, like certain amount of headshots, certain amount of kills, something like that. Really not that difficult. So what we did was we were playing through, and you can do these on normal, by the way. So on our first playthrough, we were like, screw it. Let's try to just do the elite challenges while we're playing through. We're all familiar with the game. We all are, almost, I'm level like 160. We were all close to level 100. So we had basically everything in the game that we could have money-wise. Not really an issue. So we're like, let's give it a go. So we tried the first one. We failed it by maybe like, 10 seconds or something. We did the second one, we crushed it, and we did the third one and we crushed it. Then we came back and did the first one again, and we got the Elitist trophy. Now, what I'm going to say is really, really, really annoying about the Elitist challenges and not really the criminal mastermind challenges, which we'll get into. The Elitist challenges, they don't tell you if you're going to pass them as you're playing through the mission. So you have no idea how many headshots you have. If you need to get 150, you don't know if you have 50, 5 minutes into the mission. You don't know how many you have. You don't know if you're going to beat your time. You don't know any of this stuff. None of this stuff is displayed on the screen. The only time you figure out if you beat these challenges is when the mission's over. And when the mission's over, you can't just replay it. You have to go back through the entire heist in order to give yourself an opportunity to do the elite challenge, which I think is really stupid. I understand the first time you play it, but if you're able to just replay the heist and stuff, you should be able to do that. That's just me, whatever. I understand why the trophy's so rare, because you have to deal with that bullshit where basically like if you don't know you beat the time and you're like waiting at the end of the screen to see if you beat it, you've already waited too long. You can't back out and retry. You got to play through all the setups and everything to get back up to the heist finale where you were at. So that's really, really, really annoying. So the only advice I can give it is, if you're going for it, is have one person start a timer. The timer always starts at the cutscene when you're leaving the facility. It starts during the cutscene and it stops whenever the cutscene starts at the end. So have one person that's on a timer, and really the other ones, you just have to feel comfortable that you've gotten it. So for the damage one, we kind of took a risk with the one plane for the second heist, because, the plane had a little bit of damage. We didn't think, some of us thought it was over 5%. Some of us thought it was under. We were like, screw it, man. If it's over 5%, at least we know for the next time you can't get that much damage. You can't even get a tick of damage. Ended up being 4%. I mean, what a fucking nightmare, but like, wow, we got it. You don't need a win by 0, right? You just got to win. That's what matters. So yeah, we got that one. And then as for the first challenge that we failed, we just didn't know when the timer started. So that was just us not really understanding what was going on. Like I said, we crushed the second one. And then the third one with the 150 headshots, we did farm some headshots because time wasn't really an issue for that. We ended up getting like 240 headshots. So we absolutely obliterated what we needed. So yeah, that's that. The other advice that I'll give you for the elite challenge is if it's your first time doing the heist and you don't know what you're doing, or let's say you're just trying to get efficient with time, you can play through the heist, get to a point and not finish it, and then just back out of the game. That will allow you to restart the heist and it won't void anything. So give yourself like a little playthrough to kind of understand what's going on, understand everything that's happening, watch videos. But that's really the advice I can give for the Elitist challenge. Just get yourself familiar with what's going on, give everybody like a task that they need to do, make sure everybody kind of understands what they're doing and everyone's focused. So that's that for the elite challenge. Again, really annoying because if you fail, you got to play the whole heist over again, all the setups and everything. Very, very annoying. Now, for the masterminds, we haven't done it yet, but I think we're actually starting tonight. The criminal mastermind challenge really isn't difficult. You have to play the mission on hard and you can't die. That's it. You have to do every setup and the heist finales. Now, you probably thinking like, well, that seems really ridiculous. It is, but what makes it even more ridiculous is you have to do it with each of the amount of players. So you actually have to do this challenge with 2 players, 3 players, and 4 players. So you're going to have to play through an entirety of 3 times. You're going to have to play through 4 times if you're playing as an extra person for the 3 challenge. So yeah, it's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. I'm not really super worried about it. I just know that it's going to take a little bit of time because the setups and heists take a little bit of time, but we're all familiar with playing the game and everything. I'm not really sweating about dying or anything like that. And again, you don't have to follow any of the time constraints, so you can be as slow as you want to or as cautious as you want to while you're moving through. You don't need to just blast through something. That was one of the things with the elitist challenge that really sucked, is like you needed to hit your time and you felt like you had to keep rushing. But sometimes in GTA, if you guys have ever played, I'm sure sometimes when you rush, you got that one guy hiding in the corner, boom, dead, challenge done. So with the criminal mastermind, you don't really need to worry about rushing. There are some points where like you need to meet a time limit for the mission, but from an overall perspective, you can take your time playing through stuff. You can use the armored crew as much as you want to. There's a lot of, safe things you can do. It's just more the time than really the difficulty, I feel like, for criminal mastermind. To me personally, when I'm looking at the entirety of elitist and criminal mastermind, or elite challenges and criminal mastermind challenges, elite challenges to me are more difficult, more skill dependent, because you need to meet times, you need to meet headshots, you need to meet things, you can't die. So you have, and it's mainly really the time, it's the challenge of the time, the not dying, and the other random challenge that you'll have to do, right? Those 3 things make it so that you have to be comfortable with the game. You need to be comfortable with the people you're playing with, and you need to be good at the game in order to do all that stuff. To me, for criminal mastermind, it's not really about skill. There definitely is going to be some skill involved, but I think that comes down to more just how much time you have to dedicate to the game, because anybody can do those challenges as long as you take your time and you're able to play through. It's really not super difficult, I would say. So yeah, that's those 2 trophies. I never thought I'd be ranting about a Grand Theft Auto game, especially Grand Theft Auto 5 this much, but yeah, we're making progress through that. Like I said, I'm planning on getting the close shave trophy done very soon. I will then go for the 100%, and then that solid gold will leave for last, and we'll move on to trying to finish up that DLC trophy. I'll get the DLC trophy done before I get the platinum so that I can just be done with it. And then yeah, that's that. So anyway, that's everything that I've been playing. Like I said, it's not really been a lot. It's been really a lot of Grand Theft Auto. For some reason, I keep playing, which is mainly because of server shutdowns, I keep playing really stupid long games like Gran Turismo Sport and Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but it is what it is. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. So let's talk about games that I want to play upcoming. So I would love to finish Grand Theft Auto 5 sometime this week. That's kind of my goal. Before the weekend, preferably, but sometime this week, I would like to finish Grand Theft Auto 5. Then I really would like to get back to streaming. I've really been neglecting that recently. So I would like to get back to streaming a few times a week, if possible, but I do want to stream and get the tanks, but no tanks, platinum. And then some other stuff that I want to work on is like, once I finish up Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm going to move back to Assassin's Creed Mirage. I would love to play through Assassin's Creed Mirage. There's 2 games coming out at the end of the week. I actually want to check to see if the trophies are released yet. They have. That's fucking awesome, but it's 1 trophy list. Why? Literally, why? Okay, whatever. I don't care. It's 1 trophy list, a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. I want to get back to Assassin's Creed Mirage, but at the end of this week, there is, as you guys could see, there's this, they randomly announced Star Wars Battlefront, the Classic Collection, which is Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, back on the OG ones. I'm fucking hype. I am so hyped for this. So I will be playing. I think I'm going to try to play this day 1. That's kind of my goal for this. But we'll see what happens. I would like to do both of these, but yes, that's that. But finish up Grand Theft Auto 5, Star Wars Battlefront, trophy guides and stuff, get back to Assassin's Creed Mirage. After I do Assassin's Creed Mirage, there's a few other games coming out that I really would like to play. There's Skull and Bones is out. I know people have been really ragging on it. I would like to play it. I'm pretty sure it's unobtainable right now because of some stupid trophy. So with that being said, I'm waiting for that to get fixed before I play it. Sea of Thieves is coming out in April. I would love to play that. Maybe that'll be a stream only game. There's a few other games I need to finish up on stream as well. And then I just got a game in the mail that I want to play, which is called Expeditions, which is Mud Runner. I would love to play that. And then I would like to get back to doing my my sports games rotation, because that's kind of been on hold for a few months. The last sports game I did was MLB The Show 21 back in September, and I would like to get back to that. So a lot of games that I would like to play, a lot of things coming up, but like I just keep spending so much time in like larger games that I'm not able to finish or play anything. Like Assassin's Creed Mirage is a 25-hour platinum, right? I've probably played maybe, 3 to 5 hours of it. So like I would love to just sit down for a week and just blast through that game. I enjoyed it from what I played so far, so I really want to play it. But just Grand Theft Auto 5 and Gran Turismo Sport and everything going on, it was just a lot. It was a lot. So as of now, I'm not really focused on any server shutdowns. I don't think I saw anything that kind of caught my eye. I haven't really been like focusing on it like too much, but I didn't really see anything that caught my eye as like, I need to play this game now. But yeah, there are a few games on the PS3 that I would like to get back to and do the online at some point. I really need to try to focus on them, like Grid Autosport, Bioshock 2, Resident Evil 5 and 6, and all the other Resident Evils. I would really like to get back to doing those at some point. Deadfall, that's another game that I would like to get back to. So yeah. And then if you guys are wondering, the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag on the PS3 tail, it is living to another day. That's still unobtainable. It's really fucking annoying. I wish they would fix it. I have kind of hope because they fixed Far Cry 4 that they'll fix, Assassin's Creed 4, but also I don't know, man. Like I have no hope with Ubisoft anymore. So, it kind of is bullshit. It is what it is, but yeah. I'm all over the place for playing games. Like I said, I would love to start streaming multiple times a week, especially on the weekends. I would love to stream Saturday and Sundays, like in the morning. If you guys show up to those streams and everything, or even if you haven't, let me know down in the comments below, like what time you guys prefer in Eastern time. If it's more of like a morning Eastern, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it be. I streamed a few weeks back, or maybe a month back. I don't know. The days go by so fast now. Last time I streamed like day and night, and I feel like the day one did better than the night one. More people showed up and everything, but I want people's input because I don't want to stream if only 2 people are going to show up, and I really want people to be there and, enjoying the games and everything. So let me know what times kind of work for you guys when it comes to streaming. And like I said, I'm going to try my absolute best to try to be more on a schedule for that and fit that in and everything. But a lot of games, a lot of guides. If you guys haven't already, followed, subscribe to Trophy Hunters Gaming, link down in the description below. That's where I'm putting all my trophy guides and collectible guides and everything like that now. That's why you're not seeing them on this main channel. And this main channel will be focused on trophy talks, and hopefully I will slow myself down at work and start putting some more trophy content out, like how to platinums. I have a great idea that I want to do for a series. I've had the idea for like a year or so now. I've just not had the time or effort or anything or energy to really do it. I really would like to do it though. So I have some good ideas. I just need to make the time and do them. But I do appreciate everybody showing up. I do appreciate the support and everything. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down in the comments below. Let me know what games you guys have been playing. If you guys are looking forward to playing anything like that, any platinums you've got, any progress you made. Love reading through all that stuff. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff, my Twitter, my Twitch, other videos like this, platinum trophies, just various other things. So if you want to follow me on any of that stuff or go watch any of that stuff, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. Can't talk. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this. And I hope to see you all around sometime soon.